Hi guys, Chris here with Super Savvy Travelers. Hey, I'm sure you watched my yesterday video where I told you why it's such a bad idea to get a €1 Italian house. And when I first did my Truth About €1 Italian Houses several years ago, it was still new and we didn't know a lot about it, but it looked a little squidgy to me, so that's what I said in my video. But now that people have done it and now we're seeing the fallout, it looks like a really bad plan. And like I said yesterday, the biggest issue that I see is number one, contracts with strict timelines and very severe penalties. You could lose your deposit of €1,000 to €5,000. You could lose your house with all the renovations that you paid for. And you could be in a situation where, a bunch of people bought these houses. No, they can't get them all done before the timeline. So the price suddenly goes boop, 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 in a place where people don't normally go. And that's generally the reason that they have these €1 Italian houses, because people don't go there. That said, I'm going to go over some options in Tuscany that will probably end up costing you less than what you would spend on a €1 Italian house. They're ready to move into in a beautiful hill town in Tuscany, right in the thick of where things are getting ready to boom. And why do I say that? Because there's a movie coming out that's being so heavily promoted about Tuscany. And I think they're trying to make it the next Under the Tuscan Sun. But guess what? It's filmed in Pienza, and it's filmed right in our area. Pienza is 12 minutes from us. And this little town of Scrofiano that I'm going to tell you about is just a few minutes from us. And it's right between Sinalunga and Torrita di Siena. So you have all of the services. You have the big mall if you want to go out and just do the mall experience, which I like to do and buy all my bling. You've got everything there. And right in the heart of Tuscany, where everybody wants to be. It's crazy. So my point is there are alternatives, and this is a good one. And I'm going to go through this house with you. We actually toured this with Mirko, the agent, on the listing here. And I was amazed. For €107,000, you can get a 123 square meter property with tons of space and really, really beautiful. And people have been living there, so it's already habitable. Do you want to maybe change some things out? Of course, you probably do at some point, but do you have to? No. Now, when you walk in the front door, first of all, getting there is very easy. It's a very easy walk to get there. But I love this entry, which they've been using as a dining room for like special dinners. And the minute I walked in, I went, oh my goodness, look at these ceilings. They're unbelievable. These star ceilings with the bricks, I just love them so much. And it makes this space feel really big and really elegant. And the first thing I thought of when I walked in was Christmas. Christmas with a red and black tablecloth, a big tree in the corner with all your beautiful, crockery and cutlery and everything out, and your guests sitting there just enjoying the heck out of this gorgeous, elegant space. And again, these ceilings are just crazy. Now here you see a shot where you go down the hallway, and that leads to the living area there. And on the right-hand side, there's a door that goes down to the cellar, which is the cellars cantinas in Tuscany are really gorgeous. I love them. Okay, so we went down the hallway. We are now in the living room area, and you can see there's a beautiful fireplace. On my right from this particular picture is the arch that leads into the kitchen, and we'll show you that in a minute. But you can see you've got a living room area and a separate dining room area that is so light and bright. The windows bring in so much light. It's a gorgeous space. Now, from this shot here, you can see the arch that goes into the kitchen. So the kitchen is right there. Everything is so accessible. Now, and it's all on one level except for like a little step here and there to get into, from one space to the other. Not any staircases, which I love. And here's a beautiful shot of the dining room area. You can see the arch going to the kitchen. On the right is that little hallway. And you can see that the light is just spilling in from outside. Here's a little shot of the dining room area. There's heavy curtains on the windows. I would take those down. Let the light in. Come on, guys, let in the light. Now, there's your view from your dining room, and it's gorgeous. I love the views up in Scrofiano because it just feels like you're a million miles away. Here's another shot of the view. You've got the little iconic rooftops right there, and just the beauty of Tuscany. So let's go in the kitchen. The kitchen is really, really big, and you can see they've got a giant kitchen in there. Now, kitchens are furniture in Italy. That's probably going to go away unless you specifically negotiate it in and put it into your compromesso. Now, if you don't know what a compromesso is, it is the agreement to buy and sell. It is legally binding. It's generally accompanied with a deposit, but go back and watch my compromesso video so you know exactly what we're talking about. Also, you should take our course if you're looking at buying property in Italy. There's so much to it. And these, they come out as like little disjointed pieces of information. What's this? What's this? What's this? No, you need a comprehensive thing that goes from start to finish that tells you exactly what's going to happen, who you need to know, and what you need to know, and what you need to look out for. So that's my course. There's also my book that tells you a bunch of pitfalls that you can experience and how we were able to keep our clients from falling into these holes, and how you can too. Those are both down in the details below. Now, back to the kitchen. It's very big. You could negotiate that in, and I would, and I'll tell you why. It takes a while for you to get in and see the flow of life in your house. And it takes a while for new kitchens to be built. They build them all. They're kind of like Legos. They're modular, but they build them all, pretty much to fit your space and to fit your specifications. So, you know where the sink is, you know where the stove hood is, but what about the rest of this stuff? You can see there's a washer in the kitchen. That's very normal in Italy. It's either in the bathroom or in the kitchen. Maybe you don't want that. So, you're going to go down to the kitchen place, you're going to design your own kitchen, and you're going to get it made, and it's going to be very inexpensive compared to California kitchens. Another view of the kitchen, you see it's big enough for a table, very large, and there's a pantry. That little door over there is a pantry. I love a pantry in my kitchen. Now, going down the hallway from the living room, there's one of the bedrooms. As you can see, there's some beautiful beams up there. I love these whitewashed beams. Now, in our house in Torrita, we have, the dark colored beams, and I love those too. I love them all. If you like those dark colored, you can get them sandblasted and restained if you want to, but frankly, it's kind of in right now to have these whitewashed beams. They're still very beautiful. Another view of the bedroom there, very large. And here's the master bedroom, huge. Now, there's only one bathroom in this house. My thing, if Lorella says that it can be done, which I think she can figure out a way, I would put an ensuite bath in this bedroom. It's plenty big, plenty big. You could put a bathroom in, have a nice ensuite bath, make a beautiful master bedroom suite there. It could be very, very nice. And again, there's windows all throughout the house, and there's so much light coming in, which is kind of unusual in a historic center. To be honest with you, so many times the spaces are tiny, they're tight, they're dark, they're damp, and so many times you can end up feeling like really closed in. This one, not at all. And here's a view of the bathroom. Very functional, very serviceable, good sized shower, which is always my big thing. Would I swap out a few things? Yeah, probably in time, but not right away. I'd go in and just enjoy it as it is. And like I said, feel the flow of life, see how it goes, see what you need. Take your time designing stuff because you're going to be living with it for a long time. But honestly, to fix this place up or do what you want with it, it would really not be that expensive. And we have teams. Okay, now outside there is a terrace space, and full disclosure, it is a communal terrace. You share it with the guy next door, who is somebody who comes on vacation a couple times a year. Now, it's big enough that you could go to your neighbor and go, hey, if I get some of those little like miniature pointy cypresses, and put it right down the middle there so you have a little bit of privacy, and you put your bistro table out there, I think they would probably be like, yeah, that sounds like a good idea, because they probably want their privacy too. Maybe they just use it for laundry or whatever, but I would certainly use it as a little place to have my coffee in the morning because I love being outside. Now, the cantinas in Tuscany, I gotta say, they're the coolest thing ever. Look at rocks, brick, you could almost see wine bottles down there. And we have a little grotta, a little it's not even a cantina, it's a grotta, it's like a cave, right? It was hollowed out, I think underneath somebody else's house a long time ago. Anyway, the owner of our house was so cute. He had all these wine bottles dating back to the 1970s. There were Brunello, there was Vino Nobile, there was all kinds of other stuff. We didn't know what it was. Some were like not good, but others were really good. These Brunellos, they aged so beautifully. And these Vino Nobile, we had some epic wine as a result of our cellar being so sweet and leaving his wine collection to us in the grotta, which was very cool. So listen, guys, why would you ever get a €1 Italian house, dump who knows how much money into it, all the stress, all the upset, and everything that goes along with it, when you could have this, chiave a mano, they call it, key in the hand. You just show up with your toothbrush and you're home. So there you go, guys. Listen, stay tuned. I'm going to show you my new painting, because I'm going to start introducing you to my paintings, because when you get to Italy, when you purchase your property, you're going to have some bare walls that need a little color. So take a look, guys. So let us know in the comments, what do you think of these places? What do you think of the whole €1 Italian house thing? What do you think? We love hearing from you. Take care, guys.